Yo, what's going on, guys? Stickman here, and today I just wanted to talk about the insane onslaught of content that we just got for Sonic X Shadow Generations at Tokyo Game Show 2024. This is courtesy of Samsung SSD. If you want to go check out their channel and this video, I'll have them both linked in the comments and the description below. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about the footage because I already reacted to it on stream when I was playing Sonic Frontiers The Final Horizon Update 3, and dude, I gotta say, man, that update to this day, in my opinion, still the best Sonic-related update ever, honestly. The fact that that was free makes it the best, like, by default for me. Because, like, for as good as Unleashed and 06's DLC were, they weren't free. And this is free, so hey, full expansion pack, it's free, you know? Amazing. So yeah, anyways. But yeah, we're going to be talking about everything that was shown off at Tokyo Game Show 2024 for Sonic X Shadow Generations, and honestly, it is a lot to get through. So we got like the story trailer, and then after that, we've got footage of the devs talking about the game, which for this, if anyone in the comments speaks Japanese, please let me know, because I do see Nakamura there. Please let me know what they're talking about, especially if it's related to game design and level design, because I sincerely hope that their design philosophies in general has drastically improved since the Sonic Forces days. You know, I don't want to hear any more dashing like a maniac, please. Thank you. But yeah, after that, we've got footage of, I believe, that's right, it was Radical Highway. Nope, sorry, Space Colony Ark and then Radical Highway. And then we got footage of Kingdom Valley. Then we got footage of the Metal Overlord fight, which is really awesome. And finally, to wrap it up, the Biolizard fight. So we're going to go through all of the footage, and I'm just going to point out some new stuff that I didn't point out last time in my previous breakdowns and reactions. So yeah, it's going to be great. We've got like a ton of stuff shown off, especially here, because like the footage is in really high quality. We've got like the HUD and everything, so it's going to be really exciting to get through. Alright, so we start off with a look at the menu, and dude, it is so clean, man. It's so nice to see this in HD, looking absolutely spectacular. I don't know if this is going to be the main menu for just this demo or for the entire game as a whole, but it looks really cool, and you can definitely tell the Sonic Generations UI designers came back for this game. But yeah, Space Colony Ark, right off the bat, you start off here, you could take two paths, either the regular route or the path they took here, which was the grind rail, and again, stark contrast for all those who are still saying this looks like Sonic Forces, because if this is truly the first level like they're saying it is, compare this to Lost Valley, man. It's night and day. Lost Valley is just a hallway. This is like, you've got this, and then right after that, you've got two whole paths you could take there, and then another two paths later on. So yeah, I'm sorry, this is nothing like Forces, which again, low bar, I know, but I'm just trying to tell you that like this is way higher. Like this is maybe just slightly below Generations level design wise from what we've seen, but again, we don't know like fully until we play the game. All right, so he takes the spring into the wall run, and then right here you've got two different options. You could take this wall run or you could go that way. I haven't seen footage of this, but I'm sure that looks really cool. So he took the wall run, then the spring took him to the rail, and then after that you've got a collectible right there, but he went the bottom route instead. And you notice how, like, if you take the bottom route, the springs, like, immediately make your life so much easier. Whereas if you took that top route for the collectible, it's like a platforming section, so that's nice. I like that. You could, I guess, take this spring, but well. Less automation, the higher you go. I like that. You go this way, you've got two wall run sections, which is really cool. You could take that to get to the springs, to the wall run section there. You've got a slight homing attack chain, but again, not a big deal because you still have to manually make your way up here. Again, you do have a set of springs, some dash pads, but honestly, I think that level of automation is kind of needed because otherwise it'd probably be really frustrating to play through. You've got here a section right there, you've got the rail, or you could take the top rail. I just love the fact that this game is following a lot of what Sonic Adventure 2 does, where it's like, it doesn't necessarily give you a lot of alternate paths, but it gives you so many little slight deviations that you could take in your main route. Like, oh, you could take this dash hoop, or you could take that, or you could go up this rail, or, you know, it's just like, we'll put it there just in case you want to have fun with it, you know, and I like that. First thing I want to note here is this is the first time I think we got to look at the timer for the Chaos Control, and you'll notice that it seems to always be 5 seconds long. I'm not sure if you can upgrade that to make it longer, but I think 5 seconds is a pretty fair amount of time to stop time. So yeah, that's pretty good. Take this way. Now you could have Chaos Controlled to take the upper route, or I guess you could fall down. That works too. Takes the pulley. By the way, I noticed that Shadow Spikes aren't doing weird things anymore when he takes that pulley. Is this like another different build? Because I remember the first time I reacted to this, the spikes were like all messed up. I feel like they're literally just polishing this game the more and more we go on. It's crazy. Yeah, you go this way. Take that spring. Like I said. Alright, let's see if he... Nope. He didn't Chaos Control. That's fine. Keep going this way. He's even letting him know, man, you got a Chaos Control right now. There you go. Ooh. That takes you to a collectible. Pretty sweet. So right here you can see this is the, what I like to call the semi-QTE section. It's not really a QTE section. I mean, it kind of is. You've got to like mash square pretty much, but it's like always going to be square no matter how many times you play this level, which is kind of annoying. It would have been cool to see some more randomized button inputs. I do want to make a correction to an earlier video. That actually doesn't kill you when you fail it, but it does send you back to where you got to redo the QTE. So I do like the fact that there are still some consequences. Much better than Forces, at least, where you could literally not press anything and you'll be good to go. You've got the skydiving section here. Oh, wow. I've never seen anyone get hit by those lasers. All right, go this way. Watch out for chaos. Now, there is an upper route right there, which I genuinely do not know how to even go to, because I've seen other people play this level, but they haven't been able to, like, make it there. I think maybe if you, like, bounce on the artificial chaos, you'll probably get enough momentum to jump up there. But yeah, I love this section right here. I absolutely adore this section, because look at this. Look at how many different paths you've got. And again, really love the fact that if you homing attack with Shadow, he does a Chaos Snap so you can like teleport through lasers. Really, really sick. This section right here, man, this section, incredible. Love this section too. It's a lot like Dream Team, where it feels like a giant open playground, but no one ever takes the other routes, which I'm surprised about. And again, it continues right here as well. Really, really cool stuff. Again, you could either jump, take the spring, or you could take the hoops. So yeah, that was it for Space Colony Ark. Now we're into the Radical Highway section again, and you'll notice right away that the Chaos Control gauge is locked. I really don't know why that is. I wonder if that's because like where Doom teleports you is like some weird space in between space and time. I really don't know. Maybe that's why. That would probably explain why you can't Chaos Control. Because I can't think of a reason why gameplay-wise. But anyways, you go this way, and you could take two paths right there. There we go. He took the alternate route. Nice, nice. Now you could go two routes right there. I love that, man. I just love how the level design keeps like blending these like deviations together. You know what I mean? Like they just splice into each other. Like you could start by taking one alternate route one way, and then you go into another alternate route that was meant to be for the other way. It's just so cool. By the way, the remix for this slaps, dude. Oh my god. Radical Highway has always been one of the best Sonic songs, but they just keep making it better and better with every single remix. Yes, I even like the Gens 3DS one. Hot take, I know. Here we go. Let's take a look at the victory animation in HD. So clean, dude. So clean. Yeah, so as you can see, he got an S rank even after dying, which I don't know if the ranking system is necessarily easy or just strangely balanced, because when we get into the Metal Overlord fight, surprisingly he gets a B rank and he plays just as well, so it's really odd. I think maybe the levels are like super lenient and then the boss fights are much harder. Honestly, I just hope that like the difficulty setting really affects the ranking system. That's all that really matters, you know. If it's like a harder difficulty, make it a harder ranking. Easy difficulty, easy ranking. Should be simple enough. But yeah, we're on to Kingdom Valley now, and yeah, we've pretty much already seen the entire level, so I don't know how much I'm going to get into here, but what I do think is really interesting that I wanted to talk about is the now controversial Doom Surf section. So, as you can see right here, you can probably tell why. So, anytime you enter the water, you're immediately going to activate the Doom Surf, and it's not like Sonic Colors where like when you have like a color power you have to manually activate it. So I don't know how I feel about that. On the one hand, this is really convenient, and especially with the Metal Overlord fight, it would probably be really annoying having to always reactivate Doom Surf all the time every time you jump in and out of water. But then again, they could probably just make it to where every time you jump, you just kept the Doom Surf. So really, I don't know how I feel about this. I think it's like, you know, a good way to help out casual players and make sure that they don't die anytime they touch water. But at the same time, you know, I do wish that they gave us a little bit more freedom. Another thing that I wanted to talk about was this right here, the wind rail sections. So this guy does a really cool skip unintentionally, and I just thought that that was kind of sick. But yeah, Kingdom Valley, absolutely incredible. I'm like, if Kingdom Valley and Space Colony Ark level design or what the full game is going to look like, at least all the Act 1s, I'm hyped, man. I'm so hyped. I'm so, like, give me the game right now. Give me, Sega, give me the game. All right, now we're on to the Metal Overlord fight, and we got to start by talking about the intro. Look at this, man. So clean. So clean. Metal Overlord starts by throwing crystals at you. He's ramping up, getting ready to fly into you. Epic cinematic trailer shot. And now it's time for the fight. Love the title cards, by the way, for the boss fights. Alright, so let's get back into the fight itself. So, we start off with a hint ring, which is a little bit annoying because it kind of stops you in your place, but it does look really sick. I love the fact that it has like a video right there, but I really hope that that's like only there for first-time players. And a lot of people say this boss fight is a little too easy, but honestly, right at the start you saw there was like lasers you had to jump over. You got to watch out for the spike traps, so it's got decent challenge. You know, nothing too crazy, but it's a pretty solid challenge. You've got to basically, like, the whole point of this boss fight is, by the way, love the hero's rails right here. Shadow, so like the entire point of the boss fight is Shadow's got to hit the core of Metal Overlord, which is just like he did in Sonic Heroes, which is kind of cool. But you basically use the Doom Surf to attack him, and you've got to like spin around to hit the projectiles. And then you gotta watch out for all the attacks he does. Honestly though, man, I'm digging this fight just as much as the Sonic Heroes final boss fight with Super Sonic, because although this isn't as difficult, like you don't have to watch out for your rings always draining 24/7, this has a lot more going on. There's a lot more variety, and it feels more fleshed out, which is why I think that this is just as good as the one in Sonic Heroes. Yeah, so you can see right here, hitting all the projectiles on Metal Overlord, and now we're going to get a checkpoint, and then you're going to enter this, I guess, QTE section. Not really. Once again, you just have to press one button, just jump over him, which, you know, they can't seem to do, unfortunately, but keep on going. Alright, so now we're on to phase 2, and things are going to ramp up a notch because he's going to start pulling out his tornado. Once again, man, I can never get enough of how good this looks. This is crazy. So yeah, now we're on to a 2D section, and you've got to do the same thing you were doing before, but this time you've got to watch out for missiles, and you've got to watch out for these crystals. So you've got to press both L1. Wait, no, never mind. You've got to press L1 or R1 to dodge. And these are the exact same crystals from the Sonic Heroes final fight, which is cool. It's funny because it's like you're pretty much playing ping pong with Metal Overlord here. I thought this was pretty interesting. So he pulled out a projectile from the sea, and you've got to keep bashing it to get some rings. Eventually, it's going to explode, and you can use those pieces to take out Metal Overlord. I kind of wish there were some more ways to speed up the boss fight. For what it is, I mean, I think the boss fight looks really cool. Alright, so now he's going to pull out a battleship from Egg Fleet, and this time you've got to use Chaos Spear. I wonder what would have happened if you missed that. And then you could use the wreckage to launch them at him. And there it is. I think there's going to be one more QTE maybe. Yep. And there you go. I just love this part because like he literally just explodes into a million pieces right after you do that. And then look at this rank animation, dude. Shadow just comes in with a spin. And somehow that was a B rank. I think it's just interesting because in Space Colony Ark, he got an S rank after dying. But in this, he took a hit and he got a B rank. It's kind of strange. And here we are, back to where we started, the Biolizard boss fight. And the intro animation, again, looks incredible. The title card looks great. This boss fight functions similarly to how it did in SA2, at least at the start. You've got a hint ring right there that's pretty optional, but just like in SA2, you've got to watch out for the head. If you go too far back, then the tail is going to be the center of attention. So you basically got to go back and, oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, the hint ring is optional, but I guess if you take damage and fall into it, then yeah. But you got to watch out for the snapping attack. Then you got to jump over or dodge the orbs. I'm noticing there are a lot of like barriers. I can't remember if that's how it worked in SA2, but I also don't see like the little pothole, I guess, like the drain that takes you out of the map. Yeah, when you're done dodging all the attacks, then you can homing attack onto the rail and then punch the center. Take out his life support. Just like in SA2, except without all the cool punches. And now we're on to the next phase. So this is completely different to SA2. At first it was like an SA2 remastered boss, but now it's just like a remake. You can see right here he sprouts wings, and those weird gumball looking bubbles pop out. And your goal now is to attack those until you can get the bubbles out of the wings so that you can homing attack onto them and then hit the center life support. So there you go. Now he's going to homing attack the orbs, like so. Hit the life support, and you're done. Now every time you do this, I'm pretty sure your chaos meter recharges, so you could probably use chaos control here to make it easier so that every time the wings drop down, use chaos control and then you can attack them. Like that, exactly like that. And then yeah. We're going to be moving on to the next phase, I'm pretty sure, right about now, where he's going to jump up into the air. Yep. Now he's going to do the same sort of attack where he drops down. And you still got to hit the wings. I wanted to show this off specifically because we get to look at how the Chaos Spear section looks. So you're going to see like, you've got like a reticle every time you want to Chaos Spear something, which is cool, just like in the Metal Overlord fight. And then when you're done dealing with all of those, he's going to use his Kamehameha. Now, I'm pretty sure you have to use Chaos Control for this section. I have no idea if there's a way to get through this without that. Then you gotta jump, homing attack it, and then there's like a QTE section, and you're done with the fight. Pretty simple fight, but there's a lot to it. It's pretty involved. Oh yeah, that's right. You're not done. You have to homing attack these things, and then you gotta punch him one more time. And then another QTE. Yeah, there you go. Nice. So like, in terms of complexity, these fights aren't really all that difficult, but they do require quite a bit of work, and I like that. They feel fleshed out. They don't feel cheap, they don't feel lazy. And yeah, that was an S rank. I think that deserved it. I think that was a really good run. That should have been an S rank. But yeah, guys, that's it for the Tokyo Game Show footage. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. I put out a ton of Sonic Battle videos, and I'm going to be getting back to that because now I want to make some guides for the game. There are like a lot of secrets that game has that I genuinely had no idea about up until, you know, now. So it's kind of crazy, but let me know in the comments below. Are you excited for Sonic X Shadow Generations? And I'll see you guys in the next one. Oh yeah, by the way, we got this Westopolis remix, which is going so hard right now. I don't know if that means Westopolis is going to be in the game. I'm assuming yes. We'll have to find out. Jun Sonoe is going hard, by the way. That's my GOAT right there. Thank you for watching this video. Shout out to Sonic Heroes 54, Azora, Shadow Tart, Rewind Plays, Harry Short, James, and Tails the Fox. If you'd like to become a channel member, be sure to hit that join button, and I'll see you guys in the next one.